Our next graduate is Les.
Knock, knock. More. More of less. What did I learn this weekend? Well, the first thing I learned is not to allow my inner child to ever convince me again to try to do a split. That's out. I'm going to listen to the inner child, but not on that one. The other thing I learned is 16 or 17 years ago, I was working with a physical and spiritual therapist, working through a lot of crap. And during that period of time, I became very emotionally attached to her. And during one of the sessions, we decided that I had been really wounded. And the visual we both came up with was an arrow had entered my heart. And though the shaft had been removed and the wound was healed, the point was still there and festering. On our last session together, I was lying on my back and my hands on my heart, and she was intertwined with my arms somehow when an incredible spasm went through my body, and I literally flung her across the room. Thank God she was holding onto my hand. That was our last session, and when I left, she handed me a talisman. And I said, "What's that for?" And she said, "Someday you will know." Well, this morning when I was digging around the house trying to find my little teddy bear from my youth, I found the talisman.
Wow.
It's in here someplace. It's a rock-hard jade turtle. I now know what she meant. Once I broke that shell and allowed it to peel back and let my real, true inner self out, I and all the people around me would be much, much better off. And that's what happened this weekend. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Is Tamara in here?
She couldn't come tonight.
I need to thank her. She was one of the first people I encountered in the circle of love, and she actually became my surrogate mother during the blame period. And she did an incredible job. There's one other person whose name I don't know, who was dealing with my anger, and she's got to be the most beautiful woman in the world. But when she appeared over the trainer's shoulder, she was the devil incarnate itself and flipped all my anger buttons. And I appreciate it. I don't know who she is, but my love goes out to her. My angels, Fred, where are you?
Who? Heather.
Fred was my angel, and Rick, I think probably a new best friend. And what I didn't realize, Fred, thank you, is Rick actually started sending his squadrons of angels after me back in August. His son, Matt, who was the first one to attend this course, his wife, Georgianne, and then his newest angel, Ben, who was graduated with us but had to fly off to Colorado. And Rick was smart enough not to keep telling me he did keep telling me, Les, you gotta go, Les, you gotta go. Plus, he got my wife to come. I'm very resistant, I'm slow like a turtle. And actually, the reason I came here last weekend was so Ann would stop, my wife would stop saying, Les, you gotta go, Les, you gotta go. Because I did make a promise that I would come. Yeah, under orders. And Rick was also smart enough not to try to tell me what I would gain, but let me just discover it myself. And what I discovered this weekend was incredible. The friend here is my own personal angel. She's been with me 43 years and has allowed me to get here to where I am. And I really, really appreciate it. And that's what I learned, I think.
Now can I tell you what you learned?
Yeah, but I have a special request.
Yes.
If I can.
Oh.
Can it be very brief? And done in a loving way?
I hope so.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes. Go for it. Let's see what happens.
Jamie?
Yes.
Anne, could you come here, please?
Can you turn this way? Would that be okay?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
take each other's hands?
I have you in front of me because I want to get rid myself of revenge. It comes from anger. And what I want to pick up on the other side is intimacy, self-love, and new boundaries for both of us. And I'm rid of that.
Good job. How did that feel?
Absolutely fantastic.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for asking. That right there, just the fact that you asked, is such a big indication of the progress that you made in one short weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. And I was so thrilled to see you pull a turtle out of your pocket. Do you know that is my college mascot? It is. University of Maryland is the Terrapins, the Terps. The Terrapin is a turtle.
Yes, right, absolutely.
And our motto is fear the turtle. Why? Because it's very difficult to hurt a turtle because of that hard shell. That's what we have to protect ourselves. We grow that hard shell to protect ourselves, as you did. And you've learned how to come out of your shell knowing where it's safe to do so and express the kind of feelings you just did. That's huge.
I think so.
That's huge. And the one other thing I want to acknowledge you for is you told a story today, and you told it in feeling. Friday night you told stories that lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah, I know.
And there was no feeling.
No, there wasn't.
That was because you were inside of your shell. What you did this weekend is you came out of the shell, and you came out with love. Thank you for sharing that with us, and I really hope you come back.
Oh, I've signed up. I'm back.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Damn you, Rita!
Congratulations.